Hey there, gamers. As you can see, usually I do like maybe try to do 3 videos in a day. Again, this is just one take, but let me just say before I get to the game itself that I'm a big fan of FMV games. You know, titles like Dragon's Lair. Yeah, that's like the biggest one for me, but I always just find them fun. And as you saw, this one is on the 3DO. So I'm using my FZ10. It's the third variation of the 3DO we got here in North America. It's the top loading design instead of the mechanical tray. To me, I'd always choose a top loader. But yeah, as I can't tell already, this is an FMV game. This is Strahl for the 3DO. So let the opening play through a little bit. Anyway, yeah, this is Strahl. It came out, I believe, 1995 or so on the 3DO. The only other console version there is the Saturn version, which was only released in Japan. And this is based apparently on an arcade game that was developed by Data East back in 1985. Back in like the mid-80s, Data East had done a bunch of other FMV games. Probably the most well-known of them probably is Road Blaster. In North America, we got the Sega CD port of that when it was known as Road Avenger. So this game always had my interest. It's pretty much a Dragon's Lair style FMV game, but with it's done in Japanese animation. You know, and you're pretty much controlling the immediate actions of your main character here. So, you know, again, FMV games, just the basic idea is, while playing, at certain moments you'll have to push either direction or an action button. So like up, down, left, right, like A, B, you know, whatever. And if you don't, you lose a life. If you do, you can keep the movie going. You'll see kind of like one of my probably the few complaints I have with Strahl, though. I mean, overall, I really like this game. It's not common. I got 20 bucks, no long box, just the jewel case, instruction manual, and CD itself. I still think that's a really good deal. So pretty much you have here, nothing happens. Doesn't even say press start, but you have to press the start button, or the P button as it's kind of called on the 3DO controller. Here now you say Strahl, and then here's the opening, which I might just skip.
Alex Hockfield is an ordinary.
Yeah, I'll just skip it. Sorry about that.
In a quiet and peaceful village.
Yeah. So pretty much the basic idea is you play as Alex Hockfield, who's pretty much just a very nice guy. He helps out this old man, gives him food, drink, a bed to sleep in for a few days, and pretty much skip this part too. Pretty much the old man reveals himself to be the god of creation, and pretty much offers him a challenge. If he can get through all these challenges, he'll be made king of like a new world. Either that or king of. So you start off with 3 normal challenges, and let me do the Sanctuary of the White Dragon. So yeah, pretty much you're gonna see how this game plays right now. Pretty much you only use the D-pad and the A and B button. Well, I'll explain them as they go on. So there you go. That's kind of like maybe my biggest complaint with that is that they pretty much tell you exactly what to do. You know, it's not like Dragon's Lair where it's kind of guesswork. You have to memorize what this stuff is. You just have to. It's pretty much like almost like a quick time event in like Shenmue or God of War. So yeah, this is quick time before Shenmue introduced the whole term quick time. So yeah, unfortunately, you know, just like any of these other games, the directions and what you have to push will never change. All you have to have is quick reflexes. So if I mess up, I won't be surprised since I'm trying to talk at the same time. So really control-wise though, I have no problem though. The game responds nice and quick. Sometimes they give you lots of time to react to the button presses you need. Other times they're pretty fast. So if you really have to pay attention to what's happening. But anyway, like I said, you know, you use pretty much up, down, left, right on the D-pad. The A button is your action button. Pretty much anytime you see 2 swords there on the screen, you push the A button. And the B button, as you've probably seen already, there's a couple moments where it had this like meter that slowly went down. Oh, there we go. And pretty much when that meter comes, you have to keep pushing B. It's pretty much button mashing B. And if you do it, you accomplish like a strength. You accomplish that strength-based objective. And that's probably another part that kind of goes off with the whole direction thing. They don't penalize you for pushing the wrong button. You can push the wrong button no matter what. As long as you push the right button within the right amount of time, it'll still let you go through. So now I finished that first one, and now pretty much people are starting to live by the water. Peaceful time prevails. This game does get some nice replay value, though, in that there are supposedly 48 different endings, depending on what order you play the stages. There's about like 8 stages, so you can pretty much play them in any order you want. So let me show one that I really like. This is actually one I really like. That's another cool thing about this game. A lot of these scenes are like, there's some really cool looking scenes in this. Some nice little touches, some nice action scenes. So it's definitely a game that's really fun to watch. Like this one. Pretty much Alex is inside a cave and it's continually rotating. And while it's rotating, he has to escape and fight an enemy creature, and it's just really something that really impresses me. I don't know why. It's just I really like this. So here we go. Sound-wise, it was dubbed over. Pretty much just the narrator, that God guy. Yeah, God guy. But yeah, he's pretty much dubbed into English. All the other voice work though is the original Japanese. So if you follow like Japanese anime, or you just know about some Japanese voice actors or seiyus, you might recognize some of the names. Don't remember. I think like Kaneda Shizawa, the late Kaneda Shizawa who did the original voice of Zato 1 in the original Guilty Gear and Guilty Gear X. Oh, I'm looking at the time, and because of that, I died. So, and there's no checkpoints or anything. If you die, you have to do the whole scene over again. So you could be like the last step, mess up, and have to do the whole scene over. Pretty much requires perfection in that sense. You're pretty much given 3 lives per continue. You're given 3 continues. So 3 lives, 3 continues. That pretty much gives you 9 lives to do this, which I think is pretty lenient. They should have only given you like probably 1, no continues, just 3 lives. This game isn't exactly hard, but again, with the supposed 48 endings, that adds some nice replay value. I've gotten 3 of them already. My favorite one so far is the first one I got, where Alex pretty much becomes a Robin Hood of the high seas. So that's pretty cool. The music's really nice, though. I definitely would say they did a great job with the music on this one. It really helps you get into the feel of the game. Now let me see if I can actually kill this creature. So, really, I can't really talk about graphics too much because it's full motion video. Technically, it looks better than any game could have back in 1995. So pretty much I can talk about the quality of the video though itself. It is a bit grainy. Probably the Saturn version probably looks a little better. Much better transfer. But so I mean, definitely the 3DO can do better video quality. It's still not bad though. You can still definitely tell all the details. So. I don't know. I can never get enough of FMV games. As I said, though, it's not really a common 3DO game. I had to pay $20 for mine, and it didn't even come with a long box. The big, like, giant boxes that were pretty much unneeded. And I think there's one more button. Yep, up, and there you go. So this video's coming to an end soon, but pretty much just want to show off the Strahl a little bit. If you're a fan of FMV games, you own a 3DO, or you own a Saturn and you can play Japanese Saturn games, I'd definitely say try Strahl out. I think even the Saturn version is probably a little cheaper too. So now that people have learned to use the force of water. So it's definitely a cool little game. So if you like Dragon's Lair, definitely try to check this game out. How about if I choose no test?